Show.
Welcome to the SugarCity Morning Show. Good morning, folks. I'm sitting today for Robert Checky Usher as he's not feeling all that well, so we'll have some slight changes in our show today. And also we'll be joined by the Honorable Eloda Aragon Jr., who should be here in a minute. And ladies and gentlemen, in front of me here I have we're talking about the COVID now. There were 38 new cases in Orange Rock Town, and the recovery is very minimal. 32 recovered. Now 38 new cases in Orange Rock Town, that's a mighty lot. But before I go to that, let me say good morning to my little buddy there, Marlon Petch. How are you doing today? And those having birthday today, happy birthday to you all. And B, how are you doing? It is a beautiful day. It's a bit bleak out there, but I like this type of weather, you know. When I drove in just now, and I looked down east and yeah, it's still a bit foggy out there. It's cool, it's nice. And this day, I am blessed, we are blessed, because we're able to see another day that the good Lord have given us. Now, like I said, the 32 recovered cases, that is quite small. 38 registered in Orange Rock, that's a situation. That is something that we need to think about, because then the COVID is really taking us over, folks. We need to do something about it. We need to practice our social distancing and not they gathered in a large crowd, man, because it affects us, you know. It hurts when you hear anybody dies, especially one of my Orange Rock, you know, when they pass away, you don't feel comfortable with it, because then you wonder, well, who next? You know, and even myself or yourself. That me in line if I don't do the right thing. That you in line if you're not doing the right thing. You see what I mean? But let's do our best to avoid getting this COVID. Let's practice our social distancing. Let's keep sanitizing our hands. Let's keep doing the right thing in order for us to stay safe, because like when you're on the ventilator, ladies and gentlemen, or you go on that ventilation, that's your last resource and that's your last chance for you. Few are the people that comes off it alive. You don't want to reach that stage. So if you're asked to quarantine, then you stay home. Isolate yourself and do the right thing. You understand? Not the gather. It's only 10, not the gather wrong. If you can avoid the 10, do so. Avoid the 10. Because then this time now your health matters. I'm telling you. So stay safe and do the right thing, or else we will all be in trouble. And I was listening to the newscasts today with this situation in St. Victor, where the police officers actually wanted to search a vehicle that was parked in an open lot. Upon doing so, they were approached by two individuals from St. Victor. One had a machete. And you know, when you stir around this, it's not only a problem for you, because after those two refused to allow the police to search a vehicle, then the crowd gathered and tried to hold the police hostage. They had to call for backup, which they did. And folks, I don't think that's the way to go, because and of course, it's not everybody in St. Victor, it's some people in St. Victor. We all need our policemen. We don't want no harm come to them. And that's a fact. You know, these people were later arrested, including a minor. What a shame. Including a minor. Where you want to get the minor involved in that is far? You're not supposed to do that. No, then they talk about police brutality, but if you decide to challenge the policeman, you want to look on there and tell them, you know what? We're not going to go. But the vehicle and the gun want to stay. So the police will walk out of the village while the vehicle and the guns stay behind. And according to what I heard, these are high-powered rifles. You don't want that getting in nobody else's hand, but it should stay in the hands of the police. So when you talk about, the first cry for you or for any one of us, police brutality. But the police will have to act according to how we approach the police. And like I said, we don't have enough problem with this COVID. Very well, police officers they don't catch a COVID already. We don't want no more harm come to them because we need them. I'm sure that some of these people in St. Victor, whenever there is an incident or someone is threatening their life, they will call on the police, and the police will go there to assist them. And on the other hand, it is illegal to contraband, man. And it is dangerous. We know that it's your livelihood. We know that you're used to that. We know that you can't help yourself from going across, which I think you should help yourself from going across because of what is happening. This is the one time when you have to stop. You need to stop, go across the other side, the Mexican border. I appeal to you, please stop. And once again, I definitely take off my cap for the police officers who stood their grounds. And it's not the way to go. Then when things get rough with the police, police brutality. But uno put yourself in a situation, my people. We need to stop and relax yourself and leave it. We don't starve, man. We don't survive. Now, folks, and then again, Orange Rock people, man, make we stop together. Make we stop the gathering. If you don't have to come out, don't do so. We're really up there with this COVID right now. And yesterday I watched when the funeral car passed with my good friend who was late to rest yesterday. And I'm like, which one are we next if we don't take care of business? Which one are we next? This thing is serious. This thing is not like we can't take it make joke. It is very serious. We have to take care of ourselves. We must do so. And we all are appealing to you. All the media houses does it. All the TV station does it. Appealing to the people of Orange Rock, to the country in general. Adhere to the rules, man. It's not hard. We will overcome it, but when? We can't say. We'll have the COVID here for a while. We have to live with it. We have to know what to do. And we have to learn to stay safe. I know it's a bit frustrating to stay at home at times. Because I'll be honest with you guys, myself, I would go by taxi stand, but I know that when I'm there, we social distance and I keep myself at a distance from everybody, and I know where I go. From the taxi stand, I go straight back home, I don't mingle around. But that doesn't mean I can't catch it too. I could still catch it like that, despite the fact that I am at a distance. You see? But then we need to take care of ourselves. Yes, being at home, you get bored. You watch TV. You want to come out. Come out responsibly. When you come out, know where you're going. Get your plan. We street you and walk. How long you want to take that the shop they buy. Know where you want to buy. Try not to forget nothing. Write one list down so you know, okay, I got everything on this paper. This is what I'm going to try and get. You go to people's store or wherever and you buy your items. Pack up and you come home. There's no time for the window shop. There's no time for you to go from shop to shop. They try to look for this and look for that. Because some will try to economize and find the cheapest thing, but it is dangerous for us to do so at this point of time. So, folks, on that one, I say, well, let's take care, man. Especially Marine Drive people. Let's take care. Well, yesterday was the launching of the candidates of the United Democratic Party. We have a new party leader now who was instated yesterday, the Honorable Patrick Faber. And I was kind of listening to it yesterday, but it was on the radio, and I prefer the seat. So I really can't elaborate on it that much. But I am proud to say that we're now going to move forward with the Honorable Patrick Faber, our new party leader for the United Democratic Party, a party that has done so much for this country since 1984, a party that has worked for the people of this country, a party that cares for the people of this country. Patrick, You're now at the wheels, and I'm sure that you're going to guide this country right, just like the Honorable Dean Barrow, who has now, well, he's still the Prime Minister, right? But we now have a new party leader, and I believe that, or I know that he will do an excellent job, because the UDP is going to win. We will win the next general election. It's not only based on our report card. You can look around and you can see the development. It's based on other things. This party has been working from day one. We started in 1984. The work started in 1984. It continued in 93. We lost in 98. We were out for like 10 years, and the work continued in 2008 up to present. Up to present. And it's not like, oh, you're someone great at the grade one street to become election. They call, no, this has been happening from day one. This has been happening from this party one in 2008. One might say, oh, well, we can't eat streets. But when the street's bad, we rail up. When the street's bad, you visit the mechanic more often. You understand? So the slang that we can't eat street makes me wonder if the PUP win, will they fix streets? Because we can't eat streets according to them. Or they let the streets go bad and focus on something else. What will they focus upon? The coastal road underway, the Hummingbird Highway nearing completion, the highway, the Northern Highway, or the Philip Gosen Highway from Ladyville to Crozal border, that one get widened too. That one, they also rehabilitate that highway. The Sarteneha Road is on its way. So what is it that they will do? I have listened to their promises, and the promises, I am telling you, they will never come true. They will never come true. But I guess you understand the leader of opposition mentioned that, oh, well, we are open the land border. When we open the land border, that will be a serious problem for we. Because he want the Mexicans come in. So if you want the Mexicans come in, you open the land border, the Belizeans will not be able to go to the zone because only the Mexicans will come in. Right? But what about the workers that will be working at the free zone? They will also be exposed to the virus. They will also be bringing it home to their loved ones. So I don't think that's a good idea if you think about open the land border at this time. We need to keep it the way it is. And we need to really adhere to what we need to do. We need to stay safe. But ladies and gentlemen, going back into a little bit of politics, like I said, I'll be joined by the Honorable Eloda Aragon in just a few. And you can listen in, people from the East especially. And it's not only for the East, the entire country, Orange Walk. You can listen in. The phone will be open. We don't lock the phone off, and you can call him and ask him whatever you want to ask him. Just stay in line. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, I like to say that a vote for the United Democratic Party is a vote for more progress. Last election, it was the slang was better is yet to come. We have seen the better that has come. We have seen the bridge that was built in Roan Creek. So not only small bridge that used to flood up at times, used to cause people not to reach the work that Belopan. That bridge could flood now. You can still reach work in Belopan, those living in Roan Creek and Cayo. You can still reach work now because there is a high bridge there that will get you over the other side and into Belopan. The Hummingbird, that's soon done if you're not done already. So we want to vote UDP because our future matters. And that's a given fact. Our future matters. You put this country in the hands of the People's United Party, You know what happened. They talk about regulate the bus system. You know what happened last time they did that. They went to Novello. He got 30 million in one day. PUP regulate the bus system. All the small bus owners had to park. Novello was the only bus on the highway from Crozal to Belize City, from Benke to Belize City, from PG to Belize City. Only bus on the highway running, and yet it couldn't sustain itself. Yet he filing for bankruptcy. That we want to go back to again? That's not regulate the bus system? I don't think so. I don't think so, my brother. Well, the name say, how not do it yet? But we don't go back to our next Novello show. We don't want to go back to another Novello show. We have our bus lines running. We have good bus lines like Tillit. You have the certain bus line. You want to stop them bus from running again if you're late? You want to give it to one person again like the last time? Only to Novello? Or who you have in line now to give it to? Who do you have in line to give it to? We don't want to go back down that same road again. Nothing new from the PUP so far. Nothing new. You come back with 10,000 new homes again. You want to drop taxes. You got different things where you want to do. But where you want to get the money from? Because I don't know if you want to borrow or not. I don't know if you don't want to borrow any money. I doubt that very much. Because 2007 to 2008, nobody want to lend no money. That's when we got to the super bond. And we always talk about, what the party come to do is certain amount of money. You know what we come to do with the super bond money? $26 million that we paid in April. You know what we can do with that money? A lot of things. A lot. And we're supposed to pay again. But I think we'll get one break due to COVID. But that's still the pay. That super bond until what, 2030, no? That's still the pay. And not all because of the People's United Party. Nobody want to lend them money. So they had to find other ways to borrow. We don't want to go back to the same thing again. That is the reason why we now come out with our future matters. And it does. It does. I recall back in 1984, when we down and out, the United Democratic Party won the general elections. It was not an easy task for the Honorable Manuel Esquivel. It was hard because the country was bankrupt. We owed Mexico diesel, we owed this one, we owed the next one. Economy went down. It took him 2.5 years to float this country again. I recall good because the man asked the Belizean people to bear with him. Just bear with me. I'm going to take this country out of the mess that it is in. And he did so. He did so. I will not criticize the electorate or anything like that, but they seem to want to go back to the PUP in '89. And the same thing happened. When the country was afloat in '89, the PUP won, and it pulled us right down back again. They pull us right down back again. They're like, you in the water, you want to float up, they try to come up and somebody haul the foot down. No, you can't get up there. You know if you breathe, I'm going to keep you down here with me. That is what the People's United Party is known to do. We won in '93, and when we won in '93, about 3 or 4 months after, we found a loan note that the PUP has borrowed some money from Great Britain. But that didn't went into the house, so nobody knew about that money. Nobody knew nothing about that money. Great Britain decided to pardon the UDP on that loan. They said, oh, no, don't worry about pay it. And that's a fact because that was zeroed on a media house. We don't worry about pay that money. Tighten up some schools and we straight. When we lost in '98, Great Britain circled back and made it clear to the PUP, there's a loan here that you have borrowed, and I want you to pay me back this loan. So they had that loan from like 92, so it came back on them in '98 when they won, and they had to pay back Great Britain that loan because it belonged to them. But Great Britain, like I said, gave this party one run. Why do you think you do that? Because the United Democratic Party is the better party. There is no two-way about that, man. There is no two-way about that. The PUP, then they come with all kind of lead thing right now for try to win this general election. Then they promise one other thing. Thinking said that the Belizean people out there, no, they understand that when they go through a pandemic right now, when they go through one serious illness right now, one that as far as I concerned, since I sat here this morning, there's absolutely no vaccine for. It should come on stream soon, but for now, nobody get a vaccine yet. When that happens, then we will float back normally. Hopefully, the vaccine is 100% vaccine, right? You understand? So how on earth, where will they get all this money from that they are talking about the things that they want to do? Free education from kindergarten all the way to UB. You think about that? You ever think about that? Free education from kindergarten all the way to UB. And this country now they generate the type of money for that. You got different things when they want to do. Agriculture, you want to export things to Mexico. At what price will you sell these products to Mexico? When tomato and lettuce and cabbage in Mexico is far way cheaper than what we have it here for. So if you export to Mexico, at what price will you sell it for? How the farmers will make money? Because the price will have to be rotten low, rotten cheap if you export to Mexico. And I know say Mexico they buy from because they got it in abundance. And that's the reason why we can go on contraband, because a lot of tomato across, a lot of cabbage across, everything that you want is there. Now we the plan for send to them. You could believe that could ever happen? It could happen, but at what price? When you collect that little bit of pecklings, that name will help you to start back on, start to plant again or plow back your land, refertilize your place. These things that they are promising not happen right now. We have to float high to make it happen. Not when they promise you, no one come true. So look, we have to be sharp, be conscious. When a man desperate, a drunk man will cling onto a straw. Not whether they say no happen. It can't. And like if you talk about this country under recession, then what you want to win for then? If the country under recession, that means everything on a park, no house, no the bill, you're tighten up, pay your money. You see that wrong? You still see vehicles going to the gas station. If the country is as broke as what the PUP is saying, then why you want to win for? How you want to promise anything if we're broke? How you want to do that? How you want to get through? Because I could almost guarantee you that they can't borrow from nobody because of a bad record when they have from 1998 to 2008. Don't feel like the people outside forget to know. They don't forget to know. They don't forget to know. So it will be difficult for them to even start to borrow money. They can't do that. That's why we come up with this thing that your future matters. That's why we need to vote UDP. Because we're going to take one lick if they win. But I don't see that they happen. I don't see them win. They're not ready to run this country. No care what. They sit down and talk about corruption. They sit down and talk about nepotism. Everything that they have done in the books, they want to talk about. When they're not professionals on nepotism, corruption. As a matter of fact, man, you had her spot at Independence Plaza in Belize City, exposing the PUP, and I think he was in Freetown, when he talked about when the party went, but then they were party in power. We want to stop all these bloated contracts. That is what Jorge said. That he, very straight man. That is what he said about his own party on the rostrum. So everything what the PUP talk about is what they have done. There is no two-way about that. And again, we will stick to it. Your future does matter. There is no two-way about that. It is easy as 1, 2, 3. A vote for the PUP is a vote for the destruction of this country. The United Democratic Party have come on board every time they won a general election. It was to clear bills or find out that, oh, they borrow some money what the people don't know about, or find out that some contracts given out and no money for the contract. That was when these contracts had to stop. They're very smart in a crooked type of way. Because I remember clearly when this government had to stop some contracts, and the people, yeah, but you stopped the contract, but then they never got no money for the contract. They were tricked and used by the Belizean people. I said, well, say the UDP stopped the contract, but where was the money? Where is the money for the contract that you give out? That money done long time. That done long time. So I want to know, 10,000 new homes, which one of the people want to sell on their own government lands to build this house like what they did in Housing Site? Which one I want to know? Which one I want to do that now? Because those land in Housing Site had an owner, and it was then sold to the government for a high price. So when we want to build 10,000 homes now, which one got a land off to sell the government? But let me say this to you all. Yeah, I buy from BSI. I don't know why I buy from BSI, because BSI into planting more cane. BSI sold out the land around us here by Channel 10 because the tongue may come this way. So, even with Bishop Martin, yes, the tongue may come this way. So BSI had to sold those lands because Key and Field was in tongue. That's the reason for that. But you could give me Ali Hania Rahim with this thing. But I say we stay strong, we stay focused, and we will vote for the United Democratic Party because our future matters. We don't hear it all the time because the reality. It is a reality. The UDP has proven to be the better party, and there is no two way about that. It is as clear as crystal water. In a while, we'll be going to the weather report.
Good morning. Relatively moist and unstable conditions prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast is for cloudy skies at times with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mainly along coastal areas this morning and tonight, and mainly over inland areas this afternoon. High temperatures today will be around 88 Fahrenheit along the coast, 92 inland and 82 in the hills. Lows tonight will be near 79 Fahrenheit along coastal areas, 74 inland and 68 in the mountains. Winds over the open sea will blow from the east and southeast at 5 to 15 knots, and sea conditions will be slight. A low tide will occur at 9:49 this morning, and a high tide follows at 4:23 this evening. The sun will set at 5:34 this evening and rise at 5:44 tomorrow morning. The moon will set at 12:10 this afternoon and rise at 11:30 tonight. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for similar weather conditions to continue. In the tropical weather outlook at 6 this morning, Hurricane Delta was centered near latitude 27.5 degrees north, longitude 93.8 degrees west, or about 160 miles south of Cameron, Louisiana. Delta was moving to the north at 12 miles per hour, with maximum sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. In the sargassum forecast, the chances of sargassum affecting local beaches in the next few days remain low, with minimal impacts expected from any mats that do make it ashore. And that's your weather report and forecast from the National Meteorological Service.
Well, there you had it. There you had your weather report, folks. And let me check a message that came in here just now. Oh, what played in the Bolido last night? Well, the number played in the Bolido last night was 08. 08 played last night. So if you got 08, you go collect that Chinese man. If not, you go try again tonight. and we'll be taking a short break for now. Hopefully we'll come back. The Honorable Elder Aragon will be here with us.
We have made unprecedented investments in developing the backbone infrastructure of our nation, which has positively impacted every community in this country, with new roads, sporting complexes, water and waste management systems, hospitals, schools, electricity, and internet connectivity. These investments have contributed greatly to the movement of people, goods, and services, and has bolstered our economic growth while setting the stage for a new era of Belizean prosperity in the upcoming decade.
From working late to hot days, avec Derek. Yes, you can. Looking half decent at early morning Pilates. Yes, you can. When you've totally forgotten your BFF's birthday. Yeah, you can. Looking surprisingly good in last night's clothes. Even unscheduled media appearances. Batiste Dry Shampoo. Yes, you can.
Distributed by Vegas Imports. When you think about compassion, care, and kindness, the area representative of Orange Rock East, Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr., immediately comes to mind. He has demonstrated through dedication and hard work that the people he represents are his priority. His work in Orange Rock East to deliver goods and services has been never-ending. Infrastructure, streets, water, land, social assistance, sports, and education are areas in which Mr. Aragon has focused and delivered to his people in Orange Rock East. Honorable Aragon has lived a life of dedicated service to his country and people with an excellent track record. Orange Rock East deserves the best. So, for continued development, vote for Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr.
Is Johnny Briceño dishonest, dizzy, or just dishonorable? In 2005, he pretended to resign from the PUP when Musa illegally gave $20 million to UHS. But in 2019, he said if he was Prime Minister, he would pay Ashcroft $94 million in connection to the same UHS corruption. In 2011, he said the old PUP thieves need to bring back the million they stole when the PUP was in government. But in 2020, he's asking us to vote for the same set of thieves. In 2018, he said Belize should go to the ICJ to settle the Guatemalan claim. But in 2019, he asked Belizeans to vote no. What is Johnny Briceño's problem? Is he dishonest, dizzy, dishonorable? Johnny Briceño is all of the above, not an option.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walktown. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Let's take a look at the PUP DNA. Julius Espat, representative for Cayo South, was sold the Chief Justice residence by a PUP government for a mere pittance for over $1 million. Cousin Luke Espat got a sweetheart pass from the then PUP government when they sold him the country's most valuable asset in the Port of Belize, and he allowed Ashcroft to take it over. Now cousin Mike Espat, representative for Toledo East, brought the VOA compound in PG with a DFC loan, which was later written off. He sold it for millions. Corruption is in the PUP DNA. This is the same old PUP.
What they want to do is to try to secure their future in terms of grasping after political victory. There will be time enough for that. We can't go beyond November, the first week in November. But in the meantime, for God's sake, please focus on the fact that we are in a crisis that all of us together, led by the government, but all of us together must serve. You see, Madam Speaker, you know the opposition is not present, but when, because he makes clear that his opposition is not on a matter of principle, it is strictly political. When he makes clear that he will put opportunism ahead of the best interests of the country, that is when he opens himself up to by declaring to the whole nation that he is unfit for leadership. You don't cut and run in the middle of a pandemic. Worse, you don't seek to exploit the pandemic for narrow political gain. And Madam Speaker, I am not the only one who says that he's unfit for leadership. He should tell us about what a member of his own party said, and I quote, "You," addressing it to the leader of the opposition, "you have shown unscrupulous behavior time and time again, and it is a part of your DNA. This is a reflection of your insecurity as party leader. You are aware many eyes are on the leadership of the party. Despite your having failed continuously to prove your leadership skills, your despicable actions will also violate the Constitution of Belize if given the opportunity. You have not demonstrated any qualities and capabilities of becoming the next Prime Minister of Belize. In closing, because of your lack of capacity to lead this nation of Belize and your inability to deliver yourself as a leader, you will now stand to bear all the consequences." Enough said, Madam Speaker.
Llegó el día de elección. Check. Llegó el día de elección, todos juntos con pasión. Vamos a votar por una mejor nación. Vámonos para adelante, no hay nadie que nos aguante. Carlos Cetina para que lo representen. Votemos todos por Carlos Cetina. Un hombre con visión tiene la solución y todo su trabajo lo hace con pasión. Votemos todos por Carlos Cetina. En el día de elección no tenemos explicación. Hagamos lo correcto por nuestra nación. Para todo hay solución, una buena explicación. Nuestra gente en primera posición. No hablamos de más, trabajamos por más. Nuestra palabra es nuestra prioridad. Que se vea la bandera y que este ritmo suene. Y la voz de la gente que retumbe y suene. No vamos a parar, venimos para ganar. Carlos Cetina nos va a representar. Votemos todos por Carlos Cetina. Un hombre con visión tiene la solución y todo su trabajo lo hace con pasión. Votemos todos por Carlos Cetina. En el día de elección no tenemos explicación. Hagamos lo correcto por nuestra nación. Yo, en el día de elección hagamos lo correcto. Votemos Carlos Cetina, Orange Rock North. Tú sabes, prosperidad, mejor futuro para aquí, para mí y para nuestros hijos. ¡Hey!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say good morning to Robert Chekiosher. Emerson, good morning, my brother. Take care. How you guys doing? And we're back again, folks, and strictly politics for now. Strictly politics for now. Well, we have to apologize for the non-appearance of the Honorable Minister, Honorable Elodie Aragon. He will not be in today because I think he got some people already in front of his office and he needs to take care of them. So next week, he will be here. Because the people come first. You have to attend to the people there. All right? Now, folks, like I was saying, your future matters. So that's the reason why we're going out and we're going to vote for the United Democratic Party. Because by the end of the day, put them together. Okay, what the PUP want to say? The UDP is a better party. Right? We got Carlos Cetina in the north. Morning, Carlos. I knew you kind of tired because I made out last night. Along with the other 30 candidates, right, for the United Democratic Party. Carlos Cetina for Orange Walk North. No two way about it. He is the better man. He is the better man. Who want to get vexed, may get vexed, but he comes to you with a sober mind. He comes to you with a clean mind. The experience in dealing with people he has started at 15 different schools. That gives you that experience because you've been from one place to the next. So you know if you readjust yourself. Right? And it is going to be a pleasure for the people of Orange Walk North to have their own minister from the north who lives in Douglas, grew in Douglas, knew the hardship of the people, knows the hardship of the people, live amongst them, live with them, and he knows exactly what to do. He never bound with no goals putting him out. He's a hard-working man. He's a hard-working man. And I'm sure that on election day, we all go to the polls and we vote for Carlos Cetina, a true leader, a man that will not run away from you, a man that is there to work for the people of Orange Walk North. So on November, on election day, we vote for Carlos. We come out early, we're not going to no rush, right? Because you have to practice your social distancing, you have to get your 6 feet. And when you're done vote, you go home. Turn on your radio. Turn on your radio. But make sure you come out and vote early, and you vote for Carlos Cetina for Orange Walk North. Man to man, that's the better man for you people. There is no two way about that. He is the better man for you people. Carlos Cetina, the man for Orange Walk North, who will continue the progress, continue to build where the Honorable Gaspar Vega left off. So Carlos Cetina, my brother, good morning to you. I know you're on the campaign trail. Keep it up, keep meeting the people, and if it doesn't reach your house, folks, because it's really tight for him, you know. It's not like he was prepared for this from last year that he could have meet with everybody in the north. It's kind of challenging for him right now. He's doing his best. He's walking the street. He's visiting the people. But if he miss you, not get thin skin, man. Say, oh, you're not going to see me, I don't know who he. I tell you, Carlos is the man for Orange Walk North. So don't stay home and say you come out and vote. If you stay home, that's like one vote for the PUP. You come out and you vote for Carlos Cetina. You come out and you vote for Elodie Aragon. You come out and you vote for Lupe. You come out and you vote for Danny. These are the four in Orange Walk North. Despite the fact that the People's United Party, the leader has said that he has sweep Orange Walk. You don't get a broom? I don't see how you do that. I don't see how you do that because you, as a leader, can't even make up your own mind sometimes. You don't know what you want to say at times. You ride one horse, you jump on and you go to the smaller horse. You lift the big horse, we could have taken you down the Picado. You jump off, You decide if you want, you don't know what you want to do. So how you want to be Prime Minister of this country? We know they say that. We know they say that. You have to make up your mind. And it's too late for you now to do so. Apart that you are people, well, yeah, we know that. But if you say be Prime Minister of this country, no, my brother. No. You have to be somebody else. And that somebody else that will be Prime Minister is the Honorable Patrick Faber. That is for sure. Not the leader of the opposition. We could hear he had out the oneself to some of his ex-ministers. If when we operate in other countries, when we go in a jail, when on the thief, the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. I think he said it 5 times. That's a lot of millions, my brother. And he never said bring it back to the people of Orange Rock or to the people of this country, or no? Bring it back for help the party. Can you imagine that? Bring it back for help the party. Then they talk about arrogance. They talk about different things. You got Rahim? But we are showing them who is arrogant. Right? We are showing them who is arrogant. Take a look at this.
Everybody who is politically appointed when the government changes, just resign. If the minister or the mayor or anybody would like you back, they will call you back if you have done a good work. Right? Because there are people, when you're in transition, you want to put people who work with you, who have known you in your campaign. And that is transparency then. So again, when someone calls and says you want to stay there, I won't do that. You know, and I will not tolerate it either. You're politically appointed, you're here, and you have contract signed, I will throw it to your face. This is something that you did. Although it is not illegal, it is immoral. Would want.
That's the one run against already, no? You listen to him, you hear what he say, and that will be one of the reasons why he will stay where he is. He will not be representing the people of San Pedro. You know, make it. They name win it and they don't talk about, man, come on, man, we need to do better than that. I wonder if someone like to talk about arrogant and ignorant and what's that. How he sung just now? How that individual sung to know just now? But what's what happened? They believe that they don't win. Let me say this, right? Leader of the opposition, you're sitting on 30 eggs. And anybody could tell you, no one will hatch. And in your case, 19 will spoil. 19 eggs will spoil. I'm telling you, 19 eggs will spoil. You know I'll be the next government. You will not. But when you don't win, remember I think for the one, former Prime Minister George Price said it, elections are won on election day, but can't don't win. Ford Orange Rock, Benlopan, Kayo, don't win. Of course, you say that. You make the people believe that you got things covered. But that is far from the truth. No win with. 19 eggs will spoil under you, my brother. You mark my word. 19 eggs will spoil. No all will hatch. No all. And you know if yours will hatch. As a matter of fact, yours might not hatch because you just don't panic. 19 eggs will spoil. Because the United Democratic Party is going to win the next general election. We go down east. We have the son of the east, Elodo Aragon Jr. From the man getting in office, the man have been working. He has been working. No, like when the video told me, say, shocks the same. The mayor paved some streets in the east. No, it paved some streets in the east. And if he other win, he could do more work. So I address it right away. I tell him, look, let me say this to you. He have his own resources right now. The mayor got his own resources right now. He could do a lot more because that town council, they make over $1 million per year. Right? So he could do what he's doing right now because I type of cash flow at the town council. If he was to win, God forgive, if he was to win, he can't do that. He can't work. He can't work. No way he can work. Because that type of cash flow he now have again, you have to depend on central government if you then give him money if you do that, and you have senior ministers that will be ahead of him if he was to win. But that will not happen. We have a call here. Please call back. And when you call, just lower your entertainment set for me, please, right? Yeah, like I said, he can't do what he do right now if he win. But he will not win. He will not win. He think he will win. They got done already for win, you know. That's like I said, you're sitting on 19 eggs, my brother. You're sitting on 30 eggs. 19 of them will not hatch. They don't hatch. That for sure. We go to Miss Lupe South. She kept on working. She kept on dealing with papers for people in the South. She kept on doing that. Good morning. SugarCity Morning Show. You're on live.
Morning.
Morning, my brother.
Morning.
Morning.
That.
You're on live. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Sambala.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, Mr. Sambala. We will win. We will win. We will win the election, Mr. Sambala. Don't worry. God provides.
Oh, okay. That's it?
That's it.
Thank you, my brother. Have a good morning. Well, actually, folks, I'm not worrying. But thanks anyway. Because I know we're going to win. We know that we're going to win. You understand? And like I was talking about Miss Lupe, she has been working. She has been dealing with papers, issues for the people in Orange Rock South. And I vote for Lupe, I vote for progress in the South. So we go out early and we vote for Lupe Magania. Someone that will represent the people of the South the proper way. Someone that will take care of the people, continue to look into the land issues, the papers and different stuff like that. She drives all the way from Blue Creek to Bulapan to deal with these land issues for people on her own expenses. We come down to Orange Rock Central. Danny Grijalva, who has been grading the streets, and not only like, oh, just because election they come, he has been doing this for quite some time. When the San Esteban Road was in a mess, you couldn't pass how you want. The man went out there and give the people a better drive on the road. He graded the road. These grading are expensive because these machines burn diesel, and that's out of his pocket. That's out of Danny Grijalva pocket. When he go out there, he put the machine out there, he pay operator, diesel, you know, and he makes sure that the people in Central from St. Stephen have a more comfortable ride. And that is the way Danny is. We have house in sight. Look like nobody live back there sometimes. Man, no more streets have a house in sight. Their streets supposed to have been paved already. Good surveying, picture of the drains, and you pave the streets. Because you don't want to pave if you don't want to set up on the pavement, because that one definitely cripple the street. So you run a good survey. And you pave the streets and house in sight. How beautiful will that look, man? Give the people that want to ease the house in sight. It's kind of miserable living there when it rains. You know? Good morning. SugarCity Morning Show.
Yeah, morning. I'd like to be on the air, please.
You're up on the air, my brother.
Yeah, morning, Sam.
Morning, my brother.
Watch your man. Boy, I made watch the Channel 5 last night.
Tell me.
Why? My 31 dynamic candidates. Why? I look on the 31 people that win a cement. You see, honest and sensible, promisable people last night.
That's right.
And I sure they, you know what I mean? Why UDP have reliable people. You could see reliableness.
That's right.
People that are the 31 candidates. I want the whole 31 come in, Sam.
All right, good.
The whole 31 come in.
Okay.
UDP all the way.
All the time.
We will stand up with them. Let our work continue. We don't want to close down nothing. When the UDP win, we don't want to shut down nothing. No infrastructure, we will shut down. We will we're bigger there more. We want this men progressing at the country, man. Look how the country, I believe, they look. Beautiful.
Beautiful, yes.
Keep it on.
That's right.
The people ain't got knocking at their head, you know, and they affect them. Bye.
Thank you, my brother. Well said. He won the whole 31 win. That's not impossible, you know. That is not impossible. We could do it, but I know we are going UDP government once again in the House of Representatives. It is written. Ladies and gentlemen, we vote UDP because our future matters, right? And like I was talking about Danny earlier, and housing site area, that's a small area. All in streets from don't pave. But you must run a survey first. Okay, you don't want to know what are the settled on the streets after you don't pave them. So I believe that when Danny wins, he will tend to the people of housing site. Because, like I said, there was misery when the rain that back if it come out. The material is so sticky. And like I said, I don't must treat for pave, man. Make we take care of people in the house inside, then the people too. We can't just left them abandoned and wait on things that go in there and pick up garbage, I believe. And you see the grade are going back there for quite some time now. The flooding, it was Danny who eased the flooding by changing the culverts that was there. The bigger culverts so the water could flow and run into the big drain that he dug behind house inside, all the way down from behind that area there. You see the Santino Bridge there? The bridge that crosses or link onto Orange Rock boundary and after San Antonio. From there, it dig that drain all the way behind house site. So that even ease the people that are living in Orange Rock town again. So they don't get flooded again. And that is all through the effort of Danny Grijalva, who has been doing his work, my brother. He has been, who you see most of the time out there? Danny you see, right? You see the other guy? You don't see the other guy, none at all. As a matter of fact, right now, you got somebody to campaign for you because you don't want to get sick. So you put somebody else out there for campaign. You will never vote for that person with the campaign, with all due respect to him. He's my good friend. You will never vote for him. So I don't know when I come wrong. But folks, it's going to be a happy day when we win the general elections. And we must continue putting it out there to you that our future does matter. We don't hang on to our future to our stellar future with the People's United Party. The UDP is the way to go. The UDP is a better party. With our new leader that we have, the work will continue, the progress will continue. Schools have been built, colleges have been built. There is no two way about that. You could see it. If you don't want to see it, something is wrong with you. Well, like what the caller said, he wants 31 win. And it is not impossible. That could happen. But like I said, the leader of opposition, you're sitting on 30 eggs, 19 spile, my brother. You not come out and visit your own people they wait for see you. Then they wait for try to see you. Because they want to tell you how come you not come around. We could see them all the time, but we can't see you. We don't see you none at all. That's the type of representation we give to the people of Orange Rock Central. People are standing stable and look. We need to vote red. We need to vote Danny. he has been working in San Esteban also. I think he recently put up one good LED lights for them, and he's on the way. He's trying to order some more lights. They take some time to come. And that is San Esteban, you know? So we need to keep on track. Not get off a track. Not get off a track. We need to stay on track. We're doing just fine. Not listen to the lies from the People's United Party. They want to do this, they want to do that, they want to do the next. Then that the fairy lady, they got magic one. They want to touch this and that one ton money. They want to touch that and that one ton gold. No, you don't work like that. You don't got that. But like I said, you don't charge for dream. And you guys keep on dreaming. If the country is so bad, what you want to come in here and do if the country is so bad? If the economy is so bad, how you promise certain things if the economy is so bad? If we're in a recession, when you want to give free education from kindergarten to UB, and we're in a recession, which means money flow stop. Not happening in this country down, according to you, leader of the opposition, but then you promise high stuff, you promise a lot of stuff that definitely will not happen, and people out there sit and they say, can you tell me, why this man, the promise thing where it can't happen? We know it can't happen, why they promise anything there for just say something else? What else is there to say? That the UDP has been doing an excellent job? You don't want to say that. You don't want to say that. You keep this say we don't do nothing. Like you know travel to Blancpain every day. You don't travel the Hummingbird Highway. You don't travel the Southern Highway. Remember the Kendall Bridge? I think that's the first bridge that the UDP built, you know. Super bridge. The bridge they had flood Kera. And they believe the government couldn't build another bridge. Then start pressure the government. Government build a nice bridge, Kendall Bridge. It is there. See the bypass Akayo? We got a bypass. Now, people from Akayo could come out at the time when it flood. They could come out. First, they couldn't come out because this is a party that thinks for the people of this country. Because your future matters, we will continue to vote UDP. We will vote for Elodio Aragon Jr. We will vote for Lupe, Denigre Halfa, Carlos Cetina. These are the people in the north of Orange Walk that will deliver the seat for the United Democratic Party. And if we don't want to go otherwise, we're going to take a lick. No go otherwise. Vote UDP because your future matters. And I know they listen to me or no. They listen to me. Our future matters. We will be going for a fourth term. It's not only about the fourth term, you know. It's about the work that is happening. It's about the work that needs to continue. It's about the development of this country. It's about the future of Belize and the future of our people. We have seen the destruction that People's United Party have caused to us. We have seen that. I don't see how or why should we go back to that. Remember DFC? Then during the last cap out at DFC, you couldn't even see what name $100 left in there, no? Thank God with all DFC, it took this government to refinance DFC again. Now DFC is doing good. From the small farmers bank, they gone with all the money. Then they want to talk about corruption. You see yourself in the mirror, my brother? Then you want to talk about corruption? You want to bring them back, make them scrap DFC again? No, man. You know what I like with the opposition? Good right there because when in opposition, remember poor people. Oh, the poor people in South, the poor people, yeah, the poor. That only when in opposition don't remember poor people. Oh, don't win. Don't remember no poor people. Don't remember that they need. But in opposition, remember everything. Remember there. I want to screw up That is the reason why we want to stay, we're part of the opposition. That they don't want to stay. Because the people of this country not going out and vote PUP again. They want to vote in the United Democratic Party because of the excellent track record that this party has shown. And the work continues. And we don't vote no PUP because we want the work that certainly to continue. We don't want the PUP come in and stop the work in certainly. We don't depend on that. We don't want to stop the work. That is the first one we want to stop Coastal Road because we don't know who they do that. We don't want to stop that. We don't depend on that. Then people they work out there, then they care who want to leave money in their house and only think about stop their work, their contracts there. That's only think about. We don't show me coin something else. And people out there decide. We don't mess with the PUP because we need to continue work. We need to continue work. Folks, we'll be taking a short commercial break, and we will be right back. It's 12 minutes after 8, and we go to a short commercial break.
Border jumping is illegal and puts our entire nation at risk. Our neighbors, Guatemala and Mexico, are experiencing rapidly increasing numbers of COVID-19 cases, and there are more deaths every day. Persons entering Belize illegally from these hotspot countries are not being tested for COVID-19. That's why it is important to report anyone entering Belize illegally by calling our hotlines. Smart users call 0800-JUMPERS or 0800-BORDERS. For Digi, call 0800-SAVE-BZE. Condoning or engaging in border jumping is putting yourself, your family, and the entire country at risk. Remember, anyone caught will be fined up to $5,000 and or imprisoned for 2 years. Stop border jumping now. This message is brought to you by the Belize Police Department and the Belize Bank.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Let's take a look at the PUP DNA. Julius Espat, representative for Cayo South, was sold the Chief Justice residence by a PUP government for a mere pittance and turned around and flipped it for over $1 million. Cousin Luke Espat got a sweetheart pass from the then PUP government when they sold him the country's most valuable asset in the Port of Belize, and he allowed Ashcroft to take it over. Now cousin Mike Espat, representative for Toledo East, brought the VOA compound in PG with a DFC loan, which was later written off. He sold it for millions. Corruption is in the PUP DNA. This is the same old PUP.
Since 2014, Honorable Eloy Aragon has been quietly and consistently assisting deserving residents of Orange Walk East through a pantry program that he put together using personal resources and also with the support of generous business persons. It started with the distribution of 100 packages per month and has now doubled to 200 packages per month. The packages comprise of rice, beans, flour, and sugar, which are staples in any household and a great help to the recipients. During the state of emergency in the month of April, Honorable Aragon also prepared and delivered 3,000 food hampers to residents of Orange Walk East. In the first instance, 1,500 parcels were delivered, followed by 1,500 more 2 weeks later. This was done because Mr. Aragon was aware of the hardships some of the area residents were going through due to the COVID curfew. This is a man who cares. Honorable Eloy Aragon Jr., with you always.
Someone home, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sir. Fastest question of the day, what you did it tell you?
Who's a milliliter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man,
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in and dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, no that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
On election day, vote for UDP and Carlos Satina, representing Orange Rock North. Cause the future matters, we voting for Carlos. Cause the future matters, voting for Satina. Cause the future matters, we voting for Carlos. Cause the future matters, voting for a leader. Here come election time again. Tell your family, tell your friends, Chumanina, tell your Carlos Satina. From the start and to the end, Carlos Satina bring humble and caring, committed to it. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos, what would text? Kita index, different index. You the beat on the line in the best. Now what the others got on the list. Carlos Satina, humble caring. You know come now the joke and updating. Orange Rock North, representing Carlos Satina. Him stepping up. Carlos Satina, what. Stepping up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the SugarCity Morning Show, and it's 19 minutes after 8 o'clock. And today, we're talking politics, right? And we're coming closer to that day when all foot leads goes to the polling stations to vote. And we must remember the UDP is a better party. It is out there to show. You know here, the union and the strike up against this party like what happened in 2007, 2008. You know they hear that? You know they see that? You know they see no looting by mobs out there like what happened in 2008? You don't see that? None at all. Because the UDP is on the right track. And when you're on the right track, that takes you straight to victory. On election day, when the votes are called, you will be hearing the names of the United Democratic Party that has won to give the government of the day the victory. Yes, the UDP if you go. I agree with you. Then if you go straight back into the House of Representatives, that then they're going in the House of Representatives, proven track record. They have worked for the people of Orange Rock, for the people of this country. And they continue to work for the people of this country. And that not a stop. That not a stop. The Link Road from Philip Gosen Highway by the airport, International Airport, to out by 8 miles, George Price Highway. That's an important road, you know, because if you come from Cayo, you want to take that road straight to the airport. And that road will cause development of the flanks of the road. You will have the development out there. That is for sure, because now you can have a road that leads to somewhere. So the development will happen, and that is the way to go. The lands alongside half the road, man, they become valuable now. And that is through the effort and the vision of a UDP government. They know exactly what to do and how to do it. I mean, nobody think that when a road comes, possible that you are sending a road through there. When I see start to build, aside from both ends, I say, yeah, but this road does make sense. It does make sense. It's beautiful. We want to go take one drive and go across it. Take a drive on it, and you will see the magnificent work that this party continues to do. No projects, unfinished projects. No projects because the European Union will run from Ability because they know I got none to do with the PUP. You hear anything as that? You see that happen? They are still here. Is the IDP the taker from Belize? No, they are still here. But all these people at the time wanted nothing to do with the People's United Party. Why? Because they're a bunch of crooks. They're a bunch of crooks. And some of them still got a name on ballot paper. You got the scholarship man. You got the one for the Sank request. The Voice of America land. Who end up with that, with those lands? Who end up with them? But that's not corruption for the PUP, you know. The other one call that helping yourself. When they do anything out of the way, they're not corruption. They're helping yourself. That's why the PUP don't want to call that. But a corruption, my brother. That is the reason why the people on election day will go out and vote in a party that is working, a party that cares about the people, a party that will continue to work for the country. And that is the United Democratic Party. And that is the reason why we are stay with the UDP. We are stay with the Honorable Patrick Faber. He is the man of the day now. He is the man that is going to lead us into victory. And he is the man that will continue the progress. We're building on a very strong foundation. That is the way the UDP does it. We build our country. We don't want to stay back. I listened to them the other day talking about, internet. They want to put out internet here, they want to put out internet there. You couldn't do that if Ashcraft me got telemedia. You me I can't do that. But you could boss off what you want to do with telemedia. But I wonder if Uno would ever win, if not try to give it back to Ashcraft. I wonder about that. I wonder about that. Because we have to take it back. National assets belong to the government, my brother. Not to Ashcraft. Not to Ashcraft, it belongs to the government. And that's the reason why telemedia, BTL, is where it is now. You could say all different, the technology is there. First, you never got that, you know. Because this man never want WhatsApp, you know me, I got that because he need you to pay when you use the services. No, it's cheaper to use it. WhatsApp, Messenger, all that. We never had that first. Make one leave, put in $5. In a 1.5 minute, that $5 gone, we make one call. Ashcraft making all the money. Now the government and the shareholders are now involved in BTL. So Belizeans own BTL along with the government. Isn't that wonderful? We got double up on all that. First, there was no double up. You double up something else, but no double up there for you. Now we have that, forcing Smart to also participate in double up. Canning Smart used to give it, but when BTL started under this government, he was forced to do the same. So what do we want to do? Go out and vote for PUP and then we lose all these assets again? Hell no. Not true that. We have a call. Good morning, SugarCity Morning Show. Hello, good morning, sir.
Can I get on the air, please?
You're there, no drop off.
Okay, Sam.
Yes, my brother.
Good morning. I want to say good morning to all the people there in Sugar City.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
Doing well, sir.
All right. Lash it out.
This party and this country is this morning energized.
All right.
Energized by the massive amount of people of this country who tuned in last evening to the official launching of our candidates for the general election.
Yep.
And to the smooth transitioning from one magnificent leader to another. You listen to the presentation by the new leader of our party. You see hope. You see continuous development. You contrast that with the man from Orinduak North who is leading the opposition. Then you know, my friend, that this country is in good hands
That's
with
right.
the United Democratic Party government. Despite the transition, we are moving from one great leader to another great leader. The difference is absolutely clear. When you look at the candidate there for Orinduak Central and he gets on the radio and on the television and threatens public officers about how many people will lose their jobs and how he's going to stop all the projects, the development projects happening in this country, then you realize that you're in for a vindictive leader.
Yep.
That is why you see the people continue to reject the People's United Party, because
That is true.
they are known as the most thieving party in all the political history of this country. When George Price, their leader emeritus, would look at them today, man, that man must be turning in his grave. Because this PUP is not the PUP that man envisioned. Everything began to go wrong with the People's United Party in 1996 when they kicked out George Price out of their party.
They did that, yes.
Left him there alone and fixed that shit until he passed away.
Yep, that's true.
They are paying for all of this, my friend. They are paying for all of this. The difference is absolutely clear. Last evening, we had the transition from one leader to another. Tens of thousands of people tuned in when you look at the numbers coming in by way of Facebook. And then that was because there were other people listening to it by way of the television station.
Right.
And then you contrast that to what happened in the opposition when they had their launch. You know, one of the highlights of their launch was to introduce their leader, my friend, not as their leader, but as a candidate for Orinduak Central constituency.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like one of the ordinary candidates, my friend.
That's true. I was worried about that.
Yes, they never introduced him as their party leader. They introduced him as a candidate for the Orinduak Central constituency. You know why that happened? Do you know why that happened?
Say it.
Because there are people within his party that does not support him as the leader of their party. And they told him, you go there, and you introduce yourself as the leader of our party. We are going to resign. Just like what Cordell and Marcus Pat did to you the last time.
Yep.
And he lapped his tail between his legs. And he went there, he was introduced as a candidate, my friend.
That's true.
As a candidate for the Orinduak Central constituency. The difference is clear. There is this unity among the People's United Party. All they want to do is to get in there. And once they get in there, wrapped up with Michael Ashcroft, like you're rightfully saying, wrapped up with Michael Ashcroft, my friend, this country is economically doomed, my friend.
That's true.
The Belizean people are smart. The Belizean people understand that the most thieving administration in the history of this country was that 1998 to 2008 People's United Party. It got worse in the 2003 to 2008.
Right.
You remember that they were stealing so blatantly that the people of this nation rose up.
Yes, man.
2006 and 2007 and went to them upon.
That's right.
And the people were prepared to give up their lives in front of police bullets to save this nation. The people remember that.
Yep.
They were prepared to confront the police and give up their lives because of the corruption that was happening in the People's United Party. It reached the point where they were thieving so much
They never care.
And they were running. Yes, sir.
Go through.
They were saving so much and they were running short of money that they wanted to raise the environmental tax by 200%.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that from 1%?
Yes, man.
And the people said, you try to do that and we are going to break up the station.
I remember.
And then they understand the power of the people. And then the people had a first chance in 2008 to show them that you don't get there and steal from the people, my friend, and they have never won an election since then. They have never won an election since then. They have been losing all along. They have lost 3 consecutive general elections because the people are no fools.
Right.
And that message that the people continue to send to politicians must be listened to loud and clear. It does not only go for the People's United Party. It goes for every single politician, every single person who places their name on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
You go there and you steal from the people will not forgive you. And the people continue to not to forgive the People's United Party. That is why they are a political failure. They continue to fail.
Yep.
And on this election, my friends, they will get the final message because any political scientist will tell you that a mass political party cannot stand 4 consecutive defeats at the polls. So this is a historic moment for every single voter in this country.
That's right.
When you go to the polls on November the 11th, that pencil that will be in your hand, you must see it as the final nail that you are going to nail that nail in the coffin of the corrupt, thieving People's United Party, because when you do that, it will be the end of that era, my friend. It is going to be the end of that era. I sit here and I wonder what is going through the minds of those independent political parties. Do they need to be advised?
Mm-hmm.
But let me this morning give them a word of advice.
Go ahead.
If you are looking outside of the box and beyond the horizon, independent parties, then the thing for you to do is to come up and support the United Democratic Party government.
That's right.
Because when you do that, you are going to assist this country to get rid of the People's United Party. And when they disappear, what will happen? It is going to be an avenue for you to emerge.
Yeah.
So you must abandon your independence and campaign for the election of the United Democratic Party.
That's
and
right.
Get rid of the People's United Party. Because let me tell you something. With the semblance or the remnants of the PUP involved, no third political party will ever make it at the polls. They will continue to even lose their deposits because they make not more than 10% of the amount of ballot cast at the election.
Yeah, that's true.
My advice to you all, independent party, join with the United Democratic Party, assist in putting to an end the People's United Party, and after the People's United Party disappear from the political arena, then it will open an avenue for you to emerge.
That's right.
It is as clear as crystal.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I'm not the charger for that advice. It goes to the free of cost.
Right.
Free of cost. But in this era, and even the PUP realizes that in terms of leadership, the difference is absolutely clear. Leading the United Democratic Party is the current Minister of Education, a man who has served that ministry, the second largest finance ministry in government, without even the whiff of corruption.
That's true. That's right.
Because I am telling you, to serve under the Barrow and to be able to hold on to a ministry for so long, my friend,
You have to go.
you have got to be good. And here you have this man, not even the whiff of, and then don't tell me that there's not avenue for corruption in immigration, because Cordial Hyde, who served for 3 years, and Francis Fonseca, who served for another 2 years, showed us that you can thief from education.
Easy.
You see? But this current Minister of Education, the man who will be the next Prime Minister of this country, has steered that ship impeccably over the last 12 years. Contrast that to the member there from Orange Walk Central. He served as the Minister of Lands, the Minister of Natural Resources.
Yeah.
And all he did during his tenure was to amass massive land holdings for himself, his uncle, his brother, his sister, and all his close relatives, my friend, while the other people of this country were crying for land. Huh? And then the matter of all corruption, where he stands accused by a serving ambassador of the United States of America of accepting $3 million, you know.
Yeah.
$3 million bribe.
Clear that up, yes.
For the issuance of a petroleum exploration license to an incompetent applicant. That is what we are faced with, my friend. Can you imagine the government Ministry of Finances be put in this man's hand, my friend? When you are going to be waiting in the wings out there, Michael Ashcroft, ready to pounce on the public utilities of this nation again. It does not sound good for this nation. The People's United Party, my friend, the People's United Party is not an option to govern this nation. And I am sending out this call to every single person who is paid from the public purse. Britannia is on public record telling this nation that you are going to lose your job. So then, therefore, this election is yours. When you come out on November the 11th, bring out your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your friend, your neighbor. Bring them out.
Everybody.
And vote for the United Democratic Party because your future is important, my friend. Your future matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Well said, my brother. Well said. And folks, it's like 20 minutes to 9, and it's time for me to go. I give thanks to Raheem, our control master, and those that are listening into the SugarCity Morning Show. God's spare life, we'll be back again on Monday. Thank you.
On election day, vote for UDP and Carlos Satina, representing Orange Rock North. Cause with future matters, we voting for Carlos. Cause with future matters, voting for Satina. Cause with future matters, we voting for Carlos. Cause with future matters, voting for a leader. Here come election time again. Tell your family, tell your friends, choose a leader. Tell your Carlos Satina. From the start and to the end, hard work Satina bring. Humble and caring, come make it to it. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos will do the work, Satina will do the job. Carlos, one would text, time back, there's no index. You will be done with life in all the best. Now go to the Arab, I don't want to invest. Carlos Satina, humble caring, you know come down with joke and no blading. Orange one man, representing Carlos Satina, himself up.